G'day, Pittsburgh Steelers fans. Welcome to another video of Steelers Nation Australia on YouTube and on Facebook. And John Roberts is already in the house. G'day, John, mate. Welcome, everyone, to a post-game review of our Steelers. And as you can tell by the smile on my face, I am one happy Coonense. My jersey came in today, which has a massive different meaning in Australia than it does overseas with our long snapper, Christian Coonense. But we're not here to talk about him. We're here to talk about our Steelers and how happy are we all to be with our Steelers and the performance we had yesterday. Yes, we went up 14-0. We'll go through the stats in a minute. We went up 14-0 at halftime. We were running the ball, not the best with Najee. Najee did end up getting 80 yards in the whole game after all. Big Ben, a few times he fumbled. It wasn't the best offensive play from the Steelers, only getting 14 points. Our defense kept us in it in the first half, but we had a good chance. We didn't let them have any points in the first half, 14-0, and then it kind of went to shambles near the end in the second half. I had predicted in the earlier, as Dylan says, from one to dusty. How dusty are you? Pretty dusty. In the live stream yesterday, I had a lot of drinks. It was a lot of fun. That was the best stream we've done ever, with over 3,000 views, 80 people in the chat. I had a list here from people from Pakistan, Scotland, USA, Mexico, Jamaica, Australia, Philippines. Everyone, Puerto Rico. There was people from all around the globe. It was amazing to see. It was fun to watch our Steelers. We coming out of the break a second half, 14-0. You think, oh yeah, it's going to be an easy game, or we should take care of Geno Smith, take care of the running game, and it didn't really happen. Alex Collins ran down the field with I think it was 5 minutes, 75 yards. He just ran right through our defense. We haven't got a very good run defense at the moment. We're missing Alawalu. We're missing key guys. Mondo is not really. He's not a run stopping guy. Actually, he's doing okay, but Cam Hayward can't do everything in that run defense. So it was a very interesting game. Before I go into the game, I just want to have one big rant on how terrible that fumble was near the end. So what happened was DK Metcalf caught the ball on the sideline. He should have went out of bounds. He was stupid not to go out of bounds. He kept in bounds. James Pierre tackled him, forced fumble. Fumble came out. The Seahawks player picked it up, and next minute they're running to the scrimmage to clock the ball. Once they clocked the ball, they would have had 1 second or 2 seconds. I'm not taking that away from them. Okay, they would have had 1 second or 2 seconds. However, for some stupid reason, the refs, blind as they are, they went to review the fumble, which gave them so much time. It gave them 5 or 6 minutes to set up for the field goal. Now, if you don't go and review that fumble, you just let it be what it was, then you've only got 30 seconds to, once they clocked it, or 40 seconds, that time's going to, click over, and you're going to have the field goal unit run out, and it's going to be more of a harder kick than what it was, giving them a timeout, basically. And the refs got it wrong. That's, yet again, and I'm glad it didn't cost us the game, because I would have been filthy, because you're watching that, and you're like, how the refs give up that? How do you stop that play? Even Mike Tomlin said, why did you stop the play? Metcalf caught the ball. He ran for at least 3 or 4 yards, fumbled it. It's live play. Let it play. And they had to go review it, and there was nothing to review. Even to a certain extent, even when you down the ball, you can't review the last play. So that was frustrating, but that's the refs. They get way too involved in this game. Just let them play. Would have been more exciting to see the field goal kicker from the Seahawks attempt to kick with 10 seconds on the play clock rather than review it. It's just stupid. Such a stupid play. And yeah, John says here, very rare angry Tomlin face, and said it's 100% right. They just got that wrong, and what? So then so they don't get penalized. These refs don't get penalized. How do you throw or how do you go to the review the football, that play, when it didn't make any sense? There wasn't a bang play where it was a fumble or he ran 3 or 4 yards. The guy, one of the refs threw a fumble through his fumble, like a little thing out there, and said it was a fumble, and they let it play, and then the next minute it goes up top. So I'm not saying that like it's rigged or anything, but you just got to think sometimes these refs get way too involved. Like, it's just so frustrating. They should have had the play clock should have kept going, and they should have had a chance to kick a field goal with more pressure. However, they had time, so much time, had a timeout, everything's ready to go. Kick the field goal, and we're going to overtime. G'day, just me. How's it going? It's just very frustrating to see how the refs get involved in these games so much. Like, yes, you can decide a game here and there. Look, I don't know. I hope not. I don't think it is. But I'm just saying, like, the way that the refs get involved, just me, it's super frustrating. Like, there's no reason to go to the review and then come back down. There should have been more pressure on that kicker with the Seahawks there to really, last 10 seconds on the play as the play winds down, and then kick it for a tie game. But they gave them more chances. You gave the Seahawks a chance in the end, and they came back. Look, we won it, but it's something you just got to watch. We've got to watch as fans and be like, hang on, that can't – just these calls, man, are just not – it's not gravy. But we're going to go through the game today just for a little bit, just a little bit of a recap and a wrap up. So let's go from we'll look at the Steelers side mostly. Excuse me. Big Ben, 200 yards for 1 TD and no interceptions. However, again, there's another few chances where he threw like an interception, a dart into Jamal Adams, like right in front of his face. And that could have been an interception, but it didn't happen. So Big Ben got away with one there. He played okay. Big Ben played okay. We had the fumble, which, if Tom Brady was holding the football, it would have been a pass. But it was a fumble, 100%. Najee had 24 carries, which is pretty good having Najee 24 carries, 80 yards. He picked it up near the end. The big spark for me was Deontay Johnson on the end around 25 yards. That really got our offense going, so that was fun to see. Eric Ebron had the 1 carry and the 1 TD, which is so good. I don't think anyone in the world picked that play. As Ebron comes around near the fake side, and you're thinking, oh, yeah, he's just going to run the fake, and no, he's not going to get that. Next minute, Big Ben hands the ball off to Ebron. He's in for a touchdown. And I believe, as in Steeler history, that was the first running touchdown by a tight end in Steeler history. So that's good to see. Deontay Johnson had a massive game. One of my favorites. There was one great pass that was just how did he catch it? And I have to watch it again, but I can't wait. 9 receptions, 70 yards, 0 TDs, but he played good. Freiermuth getting more involved in the offense now. It's good to see. We need Freiermuth though a bit more in the red zone to really take advantage of it on his skill set. Najee had a great play as well. With a touchdown there. Ray got 2 receptions. And Claypool was targeted a few times, 7 times, only come down with 2. These passes off by Ben. It's just how the game goes. We don't know. Washington had 1 target. So overall, it's pretty good. DJ was the guy for for the Steelers there. Of course, we hit into the fumbles. Big Ben had a fumble. Devin Bush had a recovery. Minka's playing good there too. 7 tackles, 9 in total. Cameron Hayward had 1 sack. TJ Watt, our mate TJ Watt, had 7 tackles, 2 sacks, two tackles for a loss, and it pass deflection 3. Like, he had a game. TJ Watt had a massive game. Excuse me. Who we got? Yeah, look, that's a theme, isn't it? Sports and entertainment, like professional wrestling, not play by play, but maybe the results. We don't know. We hope it's not. It's just in those certain times, you just feel like they give the other team a chance. They give the Seahawks a better chance to win or to come back. So I don't think you couldn't rig 53 players against 53 players, but the refs might have given the Seahawks more of, as I see Derrick Henry run down the field. I'm watching the game too. yeah, the refs might have had give the Seahawks more of a chance or an advantage to come back and tie it. That's what I have a problem with. Just play the game. Like, just play it how it's meant to be played, and don't call the offsides they called the other day against Joe Hayden. That we probably could have a chance to win the Green Bay game too. So yeah, it's interesting. These refs don't get involved so much, and that's all we want to see. Just me brings up here best players: Watt, Harris, Boz with the field goal, Johnson, Muth, Cam. It was great. It was great to see. It was so awesome to see all those players. It was amazing. For me as well, you had Alex Highsmith. He stepped up too. Arthur Millett as well. Trey Norwood on two big pass breakups. It was really fun to see. So it's a game that we Chris Boswell, 3 field goals, 2 extra points, 11 points in total. He's half the reason why we won this game. Presley Harvin had 7 punts, averaged. He bombed one for 58. Like, it was a good game overall. It was just, we're up by 14 points. You're thinking, can we lay more down? Can we start to, 17, 21? Can we start to put everything together? And then it doesn't really work out like that. It just, But in saying that, we're 3-3. The Steelers are 3-3, and we're heading into the bye week. And just me for behind the steel curtain, you've got some homework to do. You got some homework to do. By doing your audio stuff. I've got to do mine today, which is cool. But yeah, we're 3-3. We're at a point now. This is the best that you could have asked for, really. We lose 3, we win 1, they beat the Bills somehow. We lose 3, and we win back-to-back home games versus Denver and Seahawks, which the teams they're good or okay, but they're missing Russell Wilson. Yeah, just mean that's your homework. You got to. I'm excited to hear you guys too. So what I'm talking about, guys, I work for Behind the Steel Curtain as well, and this week we're giving fans the opportunity to do a 1-minute audio and talk about the team, talk about what's been happening and what can happen in the future. The bye is good because we get to see all the other teams have their games, and we get to relax for a little bit. The Steelers get to get their health back. And then we get the 1 p.m. showing in the Brown Stadium. And hopefully, look, if the Browns win this weekend, this coming Friday, they'll be 4-3. If they don't, they'll be 3-4. Imagine that matchup. Steelers 3-3 versus the Browns 4-3 or 3-4. Good. It's going to be a good game. It's going to be a great game. All right, guys, I'm going to start to wrap it up. But I appreciate everyone coming in. Just me, all you guys, Facebook land, everything. So much fun. The Steelers are 3-3. We have a good chance. After this, I'm going to go record mine. So good luck, just me, to recording your 1-minute spill. It's just talk with passion, and it's a lot of fun. If anything happens, I think Brad said he can edit it, so it's all cool. But hey, this is what we wanted. This is what we talked about a few weeks ago. 1-3, and now we've got 2 in a row. We just got to clean a few things up. Got to get Najee more involved. Need a running back guy that can, a second running back can help us out. Will Ant Mack come back? Is Zach Banner coming back? There's so many things. You need to give me content. Just talk about, I don't know. What's the 2 questions? I believe it's like you have to ask where they're coming from, or the season so far. And, look. The one thing I would say, just me, for me, is in the standings, like what I'll be talking about, is there's only been 1 AFC North game played so far. So even though we're 3-3, it's still a very close division because they haven't played too many AFC North games just yet, if that makes sense. So this upcoming match versus the Browns, if we beat the Browns and go 4-3, huge. That's huge. That's it. And then we have the Bears and Lions after that. The Bears are struggling. They have a new quarterback, Justin Fields, and the Lions are struggling too. So we have them at home. So if we rest up here with the Browns, we rest up and then go to Cleveland, get a W. It's a whole new season. They're going to work out some things in the offense. They're not playing the best football. We're only getting 20 points a game. You need to average about 30 points a game to really get in the heads of these other players. But yeah, I wish you all luck. I'm going to end it there, guys. Thanks for coming in. It's going to be a good week. We got a bye week. Steelers are 3-3. Don't give up just yet. That's all I can say. Don't give up just yet. It's a long season. It's a very long season. And let me see if I can play this ending video as I normally do. It stuffed up yesterday. But thanks, everyone, for checking out the content. And here we go, Steelers. Here we go. Oh, this is fucking crazy!